AITA for telling a married woman's husband that she was sexting my boyfriend? I'm a 24F, and I've been dating my boyfriend, 26M, for about a year. For the most part, our relationship was solid. We weren't perfect, but I trusted him, and we had talked about taking things to the next level. Maybe moving in together, maybe even thinking long-term. He works in a small office where everyone is super close. Like really close. Group chats, Friday happy hours, people texting each other at all hours, even on weekends. I never thought much of it, honestly. He seemed to enjoy his work friends, and I'm not a jealous person. He mentioned a few of his co-workers in passing, and once even brought me to an office birthday dinner where I met a couple of them. One woman stood out, Bree. She was older than me, maybe early 30s, pretty, confident, the type that hugs everyone and flirts just enough to make you wonder. But I brushed it off. I didn't want to be that girlfriend. Things started shifting about a month ago. My boyfriend suddenly became a lot more attached to his phone. I'm talking always in his hand, screen tilted away from me, laughing at inside jokes, didn't know kind of energy. He started stepping outside to take calls. Locked his phone when he didn't used to. Started sleeping with it under his pillow, which I called him out on, and he just laughed and said it was for his alarm. I didn't snoop. I didn't nag. But I noticed. Then one night, we were watching a movie, and he fell asleep with his phone still unlocked. It was on the couch next to me, and a message popped up from Bree. I froze. I wish I could say I ignored it. I wish I was the kind of person who respected privacy, even in the face of their gut screaming. But I tapped it, and what I saw, it made my blood run cold. Their messages went back weeks. At first, I gave myself excuses. Maybe they're just really friendly. Maybe this is their sense of humor. But no, this wasn't flirty banter. It was full-blown sexting. They were talking about fantasies, sending each other nudes, talking about how they could sneak off and make it happen without getting caught. One of her texts read, "I was thinking about you while he was putting the baby to sleep last night." What does that say about me? I wanted to throw up. I couldn't believe it. Not just because of my boyfriend, but because she's married. Like, I remembered seeing her name tag in some of those cute family photos on his Instagram. I looked her up. Sure enough, there she was. Pictures of her smiling husband, their toddler, family vacations, captions like "forever grateful for this life, too hard stuff." It made me sick. I took screenshots. Not out of spite, not yet. I just needed proof. I sat with it for 2 days. I didn't confront my boyfriend right away. I didn't even know what to do. I felt like I was holding a grenade. I talked to one close friend who said, "You should just walk away and let karma do its thing." But I couldn't get her husband's face out of my head. I imagined me in his place. Married, raising a baby, thinking everything's fine while my partner is sexting some coworker and plotting hotel meetups behind my back. So I made a choice. I went to her Instagram, found her husband. He was tagged in most of the photos. I clicked through to his profile, double-checked everything, and then I sent him a message. I was careful. I wasn't aggressive or emotional. I told him who I was, that I was sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I believe he deserved to know what was happening. I attached a few screenshots, just the ones that were undeniably sexual. No gray area. No chance for misinterpretation. He replied within an hour. He asked if it was real. I said yes, and that I had more screenshots if he wanted them. He didn't ask for more. He said, "Thank you for telling me. I'll take it from here." And that was it. The next morning, all hell broke loose. My boyfriend found out what I'd done. I don't know if Bree told him or if her husband confronted her and she panicked, but he came at me furious. Not apologetic. Not embarrassed. No, I messed up. Just anger. He said I completely overstepped and had no right to get involved in someone else's marriage. He told me I'd ruined her life, that I'd probably cost her custody if things got ugly, and that he was now being treated like a villain at work because of me. He said I nuked his professional life out of spite. I told him the only thing I nuked was our relationship. I packed my things that weekend and left. That might have been the end of it, but then I started getting messages. His co-workers, friends of Bree's. One of them said I humiliated a mother. Another said I could have just been the bigger person and walked away. One woman even accused me of endangering a child's home by involving her husband. I didn't respond to any of them, but to make me pause. Did I go too far? Was it really my place? But here's the thing. I didn't hack anyone's phone. I didn't twist the truth. I didn't send the screenshots to her employer or post them online. I sent a private message to the one person who had the right to know what was going on in his marriage. If the roles were reversed, if I were married and my husband was screwing around, I'd want someone to tell me. Even if it hurt. Especially if it hurt. Because living in ignorance while someone makes a fool out of you, that's a different kind of betrayal. Do I think I ruined her marriage? No. She did that the second she started sneaking around with a coworker. I didn't cause the damage. I just refused to help cover it up. And frankly, my boyfriend's job being uncomfortable now, that's not my problem. Actions have consequences. So yeah, I'm single again. A little bruised, a lot wiser, and not sorry. But Reddit, AITA?